Hi, I'm Emily, and for my long term, I tested weight's effect on a zip line. My claim was that weight will have an effect on the speed of a zip line. This idea came to me at my job where we have a zip line. I've always kind of assumed that people with greater weights go faster, so that's exactly what I tested. I set this up at my house using a string, a pulley, and sand at first. The independent variable was weight, and I varied this by just increasing the amount of sand. I then took the sand and put it into Ziploc bags solely for the purpose of being able to break the top of the Ziploc bag and hook it onto the pulley. Here's a video of that zip line. So the results from this weren't great because when I put 350 grams on the zip line, the string snapped. So I was left with only 3 different weights. But I was seeing a trend in this little bit of data I had. When I put it on a graph, I saw that as the weight increased, the time was decreasing. So this was a downward trend. So for what's next, I knew I needed to improve my overall setup and test more weights. But one thought that I had was, is it really the weight that's affecting the speed? Because especially when the string snapped, it made me realize as I was increasing the weights, the string was being pulled down on as well, and once I put 350, it was pulled down so much that it snapped. So I was questioning, is the weight having an effect on the pull of the string, or is it on the speed? Or is the pull of the string having an effect on the speed? So I knew this was something I wanted to look into later, but at first I needed to test more weights. So for these next trials, I used fishing weights and set the zip line up in my room. Measured the different weights on a mini scale and then just hooked them on using a wire, which is all shown in these pictures. And here are the results from these trials. So I went from 3 grams to 56 grams, and my average times went from 1.94 seconds to 1.72 seconds. Putting this in a graph, it was a downward trend. Once again, I saw as weight increased, time was decreasing, which was the same as my first trials. So this brought me back to my question about the pull on the string. Was it the weight affecting speed, or is it just the pull on the string? To test this pull on the string, I used a rubber band and a roller. I put the rubber band on the top of the string and then hooked the rubber band onto the top of the zip line. And I put all the different weights down the zip line, and as they went down, I measured how much the string was being pulled. I feel like it's easiest just to show you the results. So I went from 3 grams to 112 grams, which isn't what I had in my last trial, but I did the 112 just to really see if I increased this weight a lot, would there be a lot of string pull as well? And there was. The string pull went from 5.5 centimeters at 3 grams all the way to 7 centimeters at 112 grams. Putting this in a graph, you can see all the way it was increasing as I increased the weights. This brought me to my conclusion that it wasn't the weight that was affecting the zip line. Any variations that I saw were due to the weights pulling down on the string. That's all I got. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, ask me. Thank you for watching.